They think we were high. Damn! those were some crazy mushrooms, I tell ya. And maybe we were. Show me. Why, hello and welcome back, everyone. My name is Yu, and today we're going to be continuing Varesa's.
No matter how busy life gets, you should always sit down and enjoy a proper meal when you get hungry. What I like to do is stack my plate up high, then squash it all down. Take a deep breath, and wolf it down.
Yeah, as she's going to demonstrate. Yeah, you go ahead, Varesa. Damn. It's like a vacuum. Yeah, we're gonna be continuing and finishing Varesa's story quest, or tribal quest, and as you can see, the chief is there, so this is gonna get interesting. But before we do, today is actually a special occasion, which is my birthday. Look at this cake, fontaine cake. There's an otter, that seahorse thingy, and a blubber beast. A bunch of little cakes. That's so Farina coded. Man. Yeah, so it is my birthday at the time of recording, which is the time when the previous episodes comes out. So, the first 5.5 update video, the first look at the Collective of Plenty, there's when that video comes out, when it came out, that's when my birthday was. But I neglected to mention it because I was too hyped. But, well, of course the chief is discussing business with the Unsung while Varesa is just sitting there with her eyes closed, eeping. She's eeping, guys. She's eeping. She's eeping. Guys, can you keep it down? Hey!
Oh, hey! You're here!
Look at the boy. He's also got a scar. I don't remember that. Chief Mutota, I believe, Mutota, from the Flower Feather clan, also was standing out, like, with his scars, but he had so many.
It's been a while! When Varesa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it.
You better believe it.
Sounds like Varesa might finally be in for a challenge this year.
I don't think so, nah. I don't think there's any competition.
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
Stop being so modest, girl. Also, she sounds like she's like having a stomach ache or something.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Just, hungry.
Okay.
It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
Got it. So, a competition is today.
Not much longer, Varesa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Already, okay, so right off the gate. Don't gotta wait until the end of the quest.
Got it. I can wait.
You got it. I believe in you. You got it. I was, like, all the time I was wondering about the cutscenes, because from watching the trailer, there was obviously a cutscene for this eating contest. But there was also a small cutscene at the beginning. So are they like spreading them a bit? And there's gonna be like more than 2 cutscenes. Or maybe there's gonna be 3, but smaller ones, you know. I'm not sure if this eating contest cutscene is going to be the cutscene for the entire quest. Because usually they only make like one big cutscene for the whole quest. With some exceptions.
Oh, about the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish.
Makes sense.
But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Ah, so hospitable. Thank you, Chief.
Really? So we get to eat for
Hold on! I see the Varesa icon on the very left. I'm not sure. Yeah, you guys are gonna be able to see it, but not fully. That's so cute!
Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
Thanks, we appreciate the generosity.
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude. When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active.
Ah, that's interesting. So is it like erupting more often now because of the abyssal like influence?
As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit.
Whoa. Interesting. I wonder what Tolan is. I'm trying to remember the name of the volcano. It's like maybe something similar, like Atolan, or no, not Teteokan. That's something else. I'm blinking. I'm thinking that's like means the guardian of this volcano. That's what I'm assuming.
Varesa was a key member of that team.
Wow. Impressive.
Varesa?
She's out.
Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Sora's crackers with me that day. Sorry, not the point.
She's thinking, that's all she can think of. All thoughts had empty, only food.
There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters.
Agitating magma.
But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium.
Strategic.
Good point! Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy.
We've heard how Abyss was strategizing against Natlan with all the different tribes. And it makes sense that for the Collective of Plenty, it would try to target the volcano. That's interesting, like it knew that it would influence the volcano to erupt more often and postpone the coming of Collective of Plenty.
Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan? What does that mean?
Yeah, do elaborate. Did you specifically build your place here so you could look after the volcano or something?
That is a duty our people have held for generations.
Also, while I'm still here.
But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity.
I'm guessing it's because of the fertilizing effect of the soil.
Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment. And in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
I get it. Okay. I'm not sure how that actually works. About the fertilizing. But I'm just gonna take your guys' word for it. The results speak for themselves.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from a challenge.
I get it. You know, if there's an opportunity to be had, gotta milk it. Even if the danger is there. It's all the better for you guys to sharpen your edges.
Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium.
Understandable.
Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh?
I would imagine. Ooh, I don't know what's gonna be happening with Volcano, right? Because Vashak Lahunuban Khan. I think that his goal, he plans to use the volcano to erupt and destroy humanity. Like, that giant of a scale.
Hold on. Where did Varesa go? Wasn't she just here?
Oh, God.
Oh, you know, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
You thought?
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone.
Better than anyone, she can empathize with her.
I'll lead the way.
Field fungal traces. Mushroom realm mystery or something. There it is. Hold on. Epic Feast Showdown promotional board. She's so cute here. Man. A banquet becomes a battlefield. Appetites square off in the Epic Feast Showdown, now in full swing. Next to this passionate slogan is a portrait of Varesa, who seems to be the spokesperson for this event. There's even a list of her victories. It seems that she emerges as champion whenever she enters the competition. Is that why so many challengers come here to ask around? Damn, bro. I'm not even that good. Literally beats everyone ever.
So delicious.
Is she gonna start floating? Like in cartoons? Scooby-Doo style?
Juicy mushrooms. Melted cheese. Mouth-watering steak.
You see the mouth? Oh my god, the drool. But the mouth, you see, it wasn't just a straight line, it was like wavy.
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here.
Intense.
I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Oh?
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Right before the competition? Look at him. That's a Chad face.
Varesa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Yeah, her food realm.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
Food coma, but the other way around.
Don't worry about it. I think we can
starvation
all
coma.
guess what happened.
I love the voice actor for this chief.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Varesa, especially on an empty stomach.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Varesa we know.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but no luck.
Aw. Man. She seems so upset by it.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it.
Nod.
You do know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded.
Yep.
Oh boy. Paimon's been there before.
Been there, done that. Yeah, with all this flying around. Not like these guy. I was walking on his legs.
So,
Amateur.
when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
Is it a setup?
1 sec. I'll go check.
Okay. This felt like a setup to one more day. Or something.
Well, time to gather the contestants, Akatl. The showdown is about to begin.
Oh, hell yeah.
Got it!
Got it! I love this dude.
Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so... oh. Just like that. Start competition. Well, might as well. Let's go. Cutscene? Ah, so much food. Look at these two dudes. Janssen is also competing.
It smells so good! Varesa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait.
Yeah, it looks great. These portions, though...
Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each? There's no chance.
I mean, come on. We've eaten more with Mawika.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Toli.
Oh, she has her drive back as soon as the food came.
Whoa! Hold on! Varesa's plate looks completely different than ours!
The sheer size of that! Those ribs are... Those eggs are ginormous. Bro. Are you eating ostrich eggs? Where did you get those?
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Varesa challenge.
The Varesa challenge. Insane.
The Varesa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past.
Uh-huh.
It's named after Varesa because, well, so far,
Look at
she's
her.
the only one who's been able to finish it.
She's so cute. Just head poking and tilted.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Yeah.
Believe me, if Varesa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that? Only one other person has come close to beating the Varesa challenge.
I'm not
And
surprised
that would
by
be
that.
the Pyro Archon herself.
Damn. And she just came close. She never actually managed to beat Varesa. Damn. Wait, so you're saying Mawika has done this before? Yeah, of course she would. Like, we've seen the portions she eats.
Of course. She breezed through the normal level, but the Varesa challenge was still too much, even for her.
I can imagine the look on her face.
Back then, it was all part of an investigation.
Oh?
You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Varesa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food
God.
for a single person.
She's like, yeah, guys, the food's on me. And they're like, what? There was supposed to be like 10 people eating, but the bill is like for 100 people. What is going on?
The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon.
A reasonable suspicion.
But once the Archon finally saw Varesa's appetite in action, that was that.
She's like, yep, that makes sense.
Whoa. Okay, so
Mawika's like, finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
you're saying Mawika had these portions and she just breezed through?
Let's just go for it. Paimon, what are you so surprised about? We've done the Mawika story quest. We know. And this is not even a simple breakfast for her. You'll only get harder as the food gets cold.
You're right. Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got.
We are so determined, and we are so screwed. I love that Paimon and Ether. So goofy. Yes, we can do this. Yeah.
Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. It's delicious.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler. It's amazing. Oh, and this. And this one is.
Damn.
All right, that's it. Paimon taps out.
Now I'm just imagining Paimon just sitting, resting her back on the chair with a giant tummy, rubbing it like, ugh. Yeah, that's the stuff.
All this time, and it doesn't look like we've made any progress.
Ether looks defeated. Paimon too. Damn, bro. The two of us were not able to finish the normal level, the normal challenge when Varesa finished hers before we could. And that's embarrassing. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel.
What happened to defending your honor?
Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong.
Agreed. Paimon,
There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
Just wait till you grow, Paimon. You're gonna grow into a celestial being and eat everyone. Then Paimon challenge is gonna have a totally different meaning. And also, we weren't even on the same battlefield with Varesa, and we still lost.
Let's hear it for Varesa, who has once again completed the challenge. And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
10% increase. Hey, Anson finished. Not surprising, actually.
Ha! Well done, Varesa.
Amazing job! Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
I know the feeling. When the food is so good, your senses of fullness just shut down and you're just gobbling it down because it's so good. And then you regret it later.
You actually finished it? Jeez, are you okay?
That was genuine concern.
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up? Oh, Paimon's so full it feels like she's gonna sink.
I love the bit of Paimon just floating down. But also, yeah, Varesa, just how did all of that fit inside you? I'm gonna say something sus, but you can take a whole lot of meat. That's...
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know?
Spoken like a true champion.
Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochi-an-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Bro, you're not gonna stand, you're gonna sit. Again with the timing. You're gonna sit on the abyss.
Aw, don't worry, Varesa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
Eon-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Yeah, she did.
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Varesa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
Well, yeah. Considering your size and the size of your stomach, that's like no wonder. The same goes for Paimon as well. That's still pretty amazing, yeah.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick?
Oh yeah, there's a lot going to it. Like, you have to... well, usually the eating contests are also measured by speed, how fast you can eat. And so, people would not even chew, practically. They would just gulp down everything and drinking a lot of water.
By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob, and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil.
Strategy.
Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret! Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness!
Yeah, that's also, like... I've seen a lot of videos of people trying to eat a lot, like, for a challenge. Not a contest, but just a challenge to finish the plate, and it's for free, you know? Or something of the sort. And yeah, when you eat so much of the heavy stuff, having something so refreshing as, like, I don't know, a melon, a piece of a mango, like, it's always so refreshing. I can't imagine, actually. I cannot imagine. I never tried.
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
So we just have a cheat code, huh?
Eon-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
I think they're not talking about exercise. I think they are training in terms of eating.
Yeah, go tell them to take it easy!
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record. Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
Well, how about both?
Everything was delicious! Especially when it first came out all hot and steaming.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients.
Just imagining it waters my mouth.
Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom.
Okay.
It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green.
Green.
There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
Whoa.
Huh? Why's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened.
Oh, Skull from Sumeru. When it first opened. How long was it open?
No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told.
Great!
Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
So there is a reason behind that. But, okay, you just go ahead and do it as you were told by a scholar? I mean, if he was the trustworthy one, I guess. But still, without even asking any questions? Blind faith, much? I sure as hell would have been interested.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Don't you want to know the reason behind it?
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right?
I mean, in case where, oh, you must do it. Or else... or else what? Like, we must know the danger behind it, or what would happen if we don't do it.
Oh, by the way, Varesa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
Sure?
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food.
I'm intrigued about this mushroom. I should see what Varesa thinks. I am intrigued about it. Varesa is probably had no thoughts had empty. Only food. But yeah, that is very concerning. I want to know more about that topic.
Paimon will take that as a yes. Alright, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my pleasure. But try to finish it all next time.
I know that it's a big compliment to a chef to leave an empty plate, but you know, you gotta eat in moderation. Like, when I moved to a new country, it's considered rude here to not finish the plate. If you're being served and you eat and leave something behind, it's considered very rude. And so people encourage not to do it and finish everything you have on the plate. Otherwise, just don't grab as much food as the amount that you won't be able to finish. But still, you gotta eat it in moderation. If you feel like you're full, don't overdo it. Just because it's gonna be rude. You shouldn't ruin your health because of that. You know? Like, I understand that different cultures, you know, different customs. But still, if you don't feel like it, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be forced onto you to do something your body doesn't feel like.
Hurry up, Varesa! Gotta steer clear of other people.
Damn. I love the music switch. Is this what I have to do, or am I supposed to go somewhere? No, I think I'm supposed to be here. Aphids. Oh, there they are, okay. Kale juice!
After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes.
Varesa, I'm worrying not because he was dramatic, but because I know the name of this quest. And I've seen the trailer. I know the mushrooms are significant in here, you know?
The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it.
Is it just on the orchard?
If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Fair enough.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh.
Not just one,
Talk
though.
about a coincidence.
So it really is green.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color.
I wonder where they come from.
Give me one sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
I wonder why that scholar said what he said. He definitely knew something. Like, maybe these are the kinds of mushrooms that would come to life, like in Sumeru, you know? And he's like, you guys aren't ready for that. And it's actually not your gimmick, it's Sumeru's gimmick, so we can't have that.
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it.
So you've seen him. You've seen the scholar. So it's been recent.
Uncle Atoli has a point, though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
That's the thing. Like, if a mushroom grows somewhere where we don't know, you know, we have to find the reason. What's causing it, and why is it so serious?
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me.
I can understand that. If nothing bad is happening, when you're doing as you're told, you don't really want to things to change, for the status quo to disappear, because you're too afraid of the future, what might happen. As long as things are good enough, that's fine, right? I do understand that notion. But when I'm more afraid of the unknown. Like, that thing could potentially bring harm or something in one way or another. And so if we don't investigate it and find out how it can harm, where's it coming from, and to learn more about it, we could just unknowingly make things worse. It's always best to know more. And I'm not saying that we should stop doing what the scholar said. I'm just saying, like, we should also either find the scholar and ask him about it, or investigate more about these mushrooms. About the soil, where they grow, the roots and stuff.
I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger.
Yeah. And she's talking about, oh, what would happen if we don't pick it, you know? Which is not that's not what I'm saying, but it's one of the options.
In other words? Deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control.
And that's so normal. That's so normal. There is fear of change, but there is also a fear of the unknown. And I fear the unknown more than change. Personally. If you're strong enough to uncover the truth, you're strong enough to command the truth. Ooh. That's an interesting saying. If you are strong enough to uncover the truth, you're strong enough to command the truth. I don't necessarily agree with that notion. It's not always the case. Because there are things that are way beyond our control. And just finding out something about it might not necessarily mean that you can do anything about it, you know? I understand that these are just encouraging words, but still, that's kind of iffy.
Command the truth?
If fear is the only thing stopping you, let us help you shoulder the burden.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You're right, curiosity can be a bad thing, but what you don't know can still hurt you.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe.
Oh?
Her name was Fiatena.
Fiatena? This is the first time we hear This is the first time we hear this name, I believe.
Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol.
Idol, you're saying? So, does that mean I'll be your idol too?
Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds.
Okay, okay.
Lady Fiatena, lend me your courage. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
You're right. I can't
Damn
keep
it.
running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said.
I missed the animation. Damn it! That's an interesting way of encouraging yourself. I wonder if there's more meaning behind it than we think. Command it. Like, okay, I understand what he means by it and why he said that specifically. It's just my mind straight goes to all the crazy shenanigans we've been through and potentially can face in the future, which is the sinners or heavenly principles. And of course, we're like, yeah, we can oppose all of it, we can stop them. But then there's like gods, then there's like Honkai Star Rail. Like, there's a lot in the universe that when you find out about is like, oh, can we do anything about that? You know? But yeah, Genshin is all about changing your fate, changing your destiny. No destiny unchangeable, no rule unbreakable, as one legend once said.
So, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience.
I think I should taste it first.
Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special there.
Well, the Traveler is a lot more perceptive than most people. He should at least give it a try.
Nod.
Oh, I see. Well then, I'll grill some up right away.
Okay. Since it's been a recent thing, I wonder who the scholar was. Is it someone we know? I haven't actually heard of anyone from
So,
Sumeru
notice anything,
being
Traveler?
in Natlan. Nope, no difference in taste.
Just like Varesa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
I don't like the music stop.
A worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Damn! Those were some crazy mushrooms, I tell ya. Whoa! I'm starting to trip. We all are.
Who said that?
Are we sharing a trip? That's crazy.
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair.
Damn.
Seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well.
That's so fascinating. Okay, there's some kind of creature that talks to us. That reminds me of I forgot his name, but the giant mushroom in the chasm that was also able to talk.
Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era.
Subjects? Era? Cut to the chase. You talk a big talk, but I've heard that before.
Now. You were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
And they are even hearing what we're saying. They were overhearing us, huh?
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
Look at her face. Wow, wow.
So you do know how to use your brain, young one.
Damn.
You'll excuse me if I have no interest in you. Craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
Gee. Savage. But with her face flowing like this, I'm like, yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, you tell him.
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down.
I mean, you could try and not be so rude, you know? Maybe show some hospitality.
I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you.
Great, as if you're the first one.
I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Uh-huh. So, basically, you're a howl-like creature. Got it. Got it. Keep yapping.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name? Oh, all you do is make a mockery of your own taste.
Damn. they sounded so offended.
Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
That didn't seem like the case to me.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Yep.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans?
What's wrong?
You should be full of reverence at this point.
Did you hear something? Huh? I only hear some whining.
In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we shall have to table that for the time being.
Okay, anything else?
However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek.
Wow, so omnipotent.
As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
Okay. A challenge, I'm assuming?
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
Or maybe we're just on shrooms.
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets.
Clones. Keepers of secrets.
If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons.
Okay. So he's like, yeah, there is something behind that. Yeah, you got it. But hey, you know, you're smart ones. I trust that you will be able to figure it out. So good luck!
It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
You know, we'll think about it. Okay? Because that's not really an obligation. So, it all depends on my mood and desire. So, maybe you're also gonna have to work hard to deserve that. Bro hasn't spoken to anyone in centuries and heard the funniest shit he's ever heard.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket.
I like the voice, by the way. It's really unique. The voice actor did a good job.
Talking in our heads without permission? Spewing a bunch of nonsense? Even a How is better than him.
Damn. Definitely. I still think a How is worse. Yeah. The fire specks in the air. Bruh. Paimon, a How lives rent-free in your head. Rent-free.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
Well, since he's able to do all this stuff and is keeping it some kind of secret, I wouldn't brush it past him. Still, well, you know, when someone's this ignorant, you gotta show them their place a little. Because, again, I mentioned a How because it's a similar case. It's a mushroom that talks a big game. And potentially, they are a big deal, you know? We don't know that. A How was a big deal. But after the fall of the dragons, he became reduced to that. But he still was occupying a high position in the dragon era, you know? Which is so insane.
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
Hot air. We may not know who he is, but we know he exists.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
Or we were just, you know, on mushrooms.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
Yeah. Those are some sparkling mushrooms right there. Which means we made the right call to investigate.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then.
Oh, hell yeah, it is.
So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. So we can command the truth and this mushroom.
That phrasing really got to her.
Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
No worry, you were really cool. You were amazing.
Well, we have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
Damn, Paimon! The shade! There's just cutie patooties!
Insolence!
He came back because he heard the slander.
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
Uh-huh. I don't hear nothing. What are you talking about?
You're spying on us?
As if that were obvious. And he left.
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Of course he's gonna be spying on us to, you know, watch our investigation to see how far we will go.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating.
Yep. Let's head to Sumeru and talk to Tainari. But also, hey, we didn't get a cutscene for
Okay,
the competition.
so this one is
Oh my-
red.
Huh?
Fungus!
Oh!
It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
It's like a twirly whirly, what am I talking about? No, not the twirly whirly. That's Kachina's thing. The swirly guy. I already forgot his name. No. But he's red instead. Interesting. Sumeru X Natlan.
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
It really is.
Bull warrior compliment! Much appreciate!
Look at the dance! Look at the dance! That's so cute. And the voices are back. Wait, no. Those were mushrooms talking. Mushrooms were just... Well, those were Apep's creatures that were talking. We've never seen an actual mushroom that was speaking. Oh. Okay.
No! Bull warrior natural enemy! Eat! Must resist!
Damn. Damn, bro. But he was so excited. He's like, "Aw, she complimented me," and he called her a bull warrior. But then he's like stepped into reality. I'm like, no, she's gonna eat me, no!
Careful, Varesa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you!
It can.
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Maybe we could. Gather your wits and search for clues. Well, surely violence is a form of wit. No, poor guy.
Mercy! Mercy!
Who can hurt him?
Food is sacred! Everything else, waste!
What? Food is sacred, everything else waste.
That all I know. Promise!
Oh my god. He was so cute. Okay. Food is sacred, everything else waste. Doesn't tell us much. Because, well, if the mushrooms are, like, worshipping the food, what for? Like, what does it do for them? Okay, I cannot make heads or tails of it.
It turned back into a normal mushroom. What's going on?
I guess it told us everything it knows.
You mean that food is sacred?
And everything else is waste.
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
No, that is a clue, but I just can't make connections so far. Ooh, brother. Man, the sky is so pretty. Okay. So we have to look around or something. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, a green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice!
Yeah! I've had this jump scare before. I ain't gonna fall for it again.
Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
Dude looks angry. You're gonna beat our asses. That's a green mushroom, that's not the red one.
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
This one's smart, okay, got it. Yes, Asmu.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that.
Aw.
Could you, give us an easy one?
That sounds like a problem for your friends.
And that sounds like
did
a
I say
you
this was
problem.
up for negotiation?
I'm pretty much a riddle master.
Enough chatter. Time for my question.
Your question?
Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
Willing. Become the subjects. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, all the mushrooms were transforming into the subjects, I'm assuming.
Aw, man! How are we supposed to know?
It seems like the sage guy, get it, like fun guy, but sage guy, actually has some powers, and like potentially he can grant mushrooms life, turning them into fungi, these creatures.
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
Yeah, that too.
Alas, no wits in sight. The
Damn.
answer could never be that simple.
Because he's a fun guy. What are you, Alejandro Sino? That's his joke. Fun guy. Damn. Sayu needs to hear this one.
What? How did you get that so fast?
No way. Legit?
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
Yeah, it's a Sumeru mushroom, alright.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
Damn it. Me and Paimon sharing the same brain cell.
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns? Huh. Is it because the people are so clever?
It's a long story.
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Well, Since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question.
Okay.
The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual.
Ritual. Eating food. But you guys don't eat food. You have like the nutrients from the soil.
Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
So the sage told us to eat those mushrooms so we would connect. So they would connect to the Sage Lord. That sounds like a grand scheme, if anything.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms?
That's if he wants to.
No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late.
That's a good
And
voice
all we
acting,
have
man.
is another cryptic message.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking, Varesa! Let's try and ask the other mushrooms! Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Green berry shroom. Oh, those are already turned. Chatting.
Hey, there are two fungi over there! Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
I love that voice.
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Wow, cool! You green caps are so wise. Just like our Siege Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
Okay, yeah, so the red caps seem to be pretty simple-minded, while the green ones seem more prejudiced.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have two choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Okay. Now I'm way more interested in these mushrooms. The stars and the moon above? Huh?
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
All right. Duh.
Duh.
And then I'll say, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
How much do they know about the abyss and the stars?
Yeah. A few more decades.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously the ceremony is the cooking.
Damn, bro. Spilled the beans.
I mean, obviously it's the cooking.
I love the red guys.
Did they just give us the answer?
Yep.
Who goes there?
And you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
Damn. You guys were just cooked. I mean, literally cooked. Yeah, we're gonna cook you.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere. My cap almost burst into spores.
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first!
Back to regular mushrooms, huh? Well, we already got what we needed. Now we can perform the ceremony and cook you.
So, we passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment?
Damn.
So much for gathering our wits. They didn't have to use our brains at all. Oh well. The important thing is, the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Interesting.
Right! That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard, too. Heat really does release their flavor.
If we cook them just right, maybe we'll be able to see the Sage Lord's true form.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Sounds like a plan, Varesa?
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akadal and the rest of the tribe first.
Yeah.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Okay. The Sage Lord doesn't interfere with that. Okay. Oh my god.
Look out below!
With the guitar. It gets me every time. That's such a nice beginning to an OST.
Huh.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
The silence speaks volumes. They think we were high. And maybe we were, actually.
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable discovery!
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
Okay. I see how it is.
Thanks for looking into it, and for collecting all this information.
I see how it is.
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
Yeah.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom. But we know you're not one to lie, Varesa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us.
Yeah, we know you're not one to lie. That's why we are positive that you were high.
Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on. So, we should do our part to help.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Okay, it sounds like they're being sincere.
Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
Yeah. I honestly thought that they were just being nice and like, yeah, you're totally right, yeah. We should definitely look into it.
Oh, wait! You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick.
I mean, they need to be cooked in a specific way, but we don't know in which way.
Alright, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Look at them. They look like they smell real bad.
Whoa, it smells delicious! Suddenly Paimon's hungry again.
Well, here goes nothing.
Okay.
Wait, that's his voice!
There are only 3 mushrooms, right? So did me, Paimon, and Varesa eat one, and the rest didn't?
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require.
Oh, you need molten lava, huh?
Did you really really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord? Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter.
Interesting. I wonder if this Sage Lord is actually some kind of dragon. Like Ahau and the statue that we saw in Ochkanatlan.
But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight.
Mm-hmm.
Do try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
You knew just the right moment to ask this question when they left.
Annoying menace of a mushroom!
Damn.
The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of nitpicking, more like!
Damn, bro. Still, the only way to figure out his goal is to keep playing along.
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful source of heat.
And there's only one place that fits the bill, huh?
Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat. Anything you can find.
Molten lava. Hello? Liquid phlogiston.
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
We need to burn them to a crisp.
We should take
and
a look
eat
too.
coal.
Definitely. We're not super familiar with this area, though. Do you have any ideas?
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano.
That's what I'm saying.
It spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
Awesome! Let's go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
You tell him, Paimon. Another rival for Paimon. Okay. Oh, we're gonna go in a new direction. No, well, I mean, the old direction, but we didn't actually explore much there. But now we get the chance to. Okay, show me the way. Oh, it's raining. Just what I need for the heat. Okay, there's this thing here.
I bet the crops back in the orchard are loving this weather. Guess the Saurians won't have to water them today.
The Saurians water them? Huh? Also, okay. That's actually really cool. This is exactly what I was saying from the Matador situation. It's holding like, what would you call it? Like a cape or something? Uh-huh. Their boulders so good. Got you. Uh-huh. That's so cool. It's like a matador.
Hurry up, Varesa!
No! Oh god. Okay. Let's try this again. Bam! Nice. Would you? Damn, bro! Bro's caked up. What'd you do? You evil jerk. Oh my god, are you kidding? Stop it! What is this? Oh, I get it, It's a wall. Nice. Hey, it's a thumbs up. That's so cool.
Are these edible?
No. I don't think they are, sweetheart. I don't think they are.
What? Running late again.
Activate? Oh my god. Oh! The Hilichos are using them like a trap to set them off at some point. Oh my god. That's insane of them. Okay, where is our destination? Where is our destination? Wait. Hold on. I wanna try that so bad. It's crazy, dude. I'm so sorry, guys.
Hurry up, Varesa!
No. No, seriously.
Volcano!
Ooh, charge attack also. Huh. Oh god. Where are you, Electro? Where are you, Electro?
Can't stand
Bitch.
losing.
Okay. Oh god, I forgot I had each. Damn it. Okay. That's okay.
Why me?
No.
Stand down!
Damn it.
Hands where I can see 'em. Let's move! Why me?
Okay, I'm afraid of the fire. I'm so afraid of the fire. She's gonna die. No, you don't, bitch. No, you don't just get to.
Locked on.
You don't get to do that. No, you don't. Oh, what?
Oh,
What
you're
the
done,
fuck?
Peach. Haha, you're so done.
I never heard this voice line before. Ah. Yeah!
Final warning!
Where did they even come from? There were so many boulders.
Are these edible?
Okay, Yansan. Nothing? Okay. Oh my god! That's lucky. Okay. That was such a chaotic fight. What is that? Ancient dragon technology. Yeah! You did not. What the? There's a baby on top of you. Oh, that reminds me of those mechanisms on Dragon Spine. Holy shit. Can I do something about... Are you even hurting me? Yeah, you are, but not too bad. You're not hurting me too bad. And I can't... What? What do I do about you? There's a ramp here. There's gotta be a clue. No, god damn it. H. Oh, thank you for the boost. Much appreciated. Okay, Yansan.
Control breathing!
Oh my god, that actually worked. That's sick.
Why me?
It was so sick. I didn't notice what Paimon was saying, but that's a cool mechanic, right? I really love that. Arrows pointing. Okay. There's a waypoint. It's like a little camp. There's like one dude. feel like it's the wrong direction or something. Oh my god, that's totally the wrong direction. That's entirely wrong direction. Never mind. I went so somewhere else. Okay. So, this is the path, yes. Did I walk to the left? Yeah, I did. I guess I did. Got a little distracted. Woo!
Okay.
So fun! Don't go in there. Oh, and there's another one of those. It's fine. There's the marker.
Coach will take it from here.
Goats! Whenever there's these boulders just standing here. Oh my god, they're so cool. I feel like there's some shenanigans happening. Alright, okay. Okay.
Is this really necessary?
No, it's really not. Well, I was right, there were some shenanigans happening. Hello, babies. Hold on. The reflection in the water. So I did not mean to do that. Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Oh, it's going to be fun.
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path.
Avatars of lava. Okay. So casual.
Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that, it seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
No kidding.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
That's true, yeah. It would have been no results. There would have been no results. But because the Mushroom Lord was so interested in us. So.
Right.
That's what triggered it.
So, even if you wanted to investigate, you had nowhere to start.
Yeah. This opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Yeah, competitions seem to be a thing here. You know what I think? Like, in terms of storytelling right now. It's a cool plot. I just... I wish the voice appeared in our head as when we tried the mushroom, the green mushroom, right? But Atoli was also cooking the green mushrooms, so it would have been way cooler, in my opinion, if the voice appeared in our head during the competition. Like, we were eating food, and just sort of out of nowhere, the voice appeared, being interested in us, right? I feel like that would have been more impactful than us just hearing that, oh, there's these green mushrooms, they're so weird, and then this happening. I feel like the storytelling could have been better, but yeah, competitions seem to be a thing here. Yeah.
Varesa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well, I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Simple day-to-day happiness is what matters to me.
That's nice.
Still, I've learned a lot from Kojian-san. She taught me that strength is a means rather than an end.
You'll have to see it.
We get stronger so we can use our strength when it counts. Like during the Abyss invasion. Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it.
I see. So she got a vision and then Janssen trained her to use that vision.
So no matter how scared I feel, I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me.
I can tell. There's a certain strength deep within you.
Thanks. It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatena.
I want to learn more about her.
All right. We should keep looking.
Okay, let's do this. It's gonna be difficult, but we can manage.
Oh, looks like we can make this jump.
Oh my god, it's fine. No!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
Charge?
Okay,
Okay, now kablam!
I forgot I don't have my burst.
You asked for it. Drop your weapons. Start the clock.
Wait, what? Where is she? Oh, I have.
Why me?
They switched places. She's on the fourth now. She was on the top, now she's at the bottom.
Too strong.
Where's my burst, bro?
By my spark,
There it is.
the ninth headbutt.
Jesus Christ. That was so
Done
confusing.
and dusted. This core should be perfect. Look, the phlogiston inside it is still active.
That was so scuffed. I was pressing my screen without seeing the buttons because they switched at Varesa and I was so confused. Ugh. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, let's see! Woo! Hot!
Hot!
A few more chunks like this and we should be good. Come on, let's keep heading up.
A few more chunks, you're saying? Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. That's fine.
Hurry up, careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead.
3! Crazy! We can do this, we can do this.
Final warning! Why me? Kapow! Hi! Let's move! Hands where I can see them! Drop your weapons! Fiatena, grant me strength! It's justice o'clock!
It's justice o'clock! Oh god. Oh god, no. What do we do? What do we do? We just survive? Run!
What is that?
Oh,
It looks like a giant weasel thief.
oh my
Is
god!
there a great Tolan
Weasel
weasel thief or something?
We call it a furnace shell mountain weasel. It's
Furnace
very
shell
aggressive,
mountain
so be
weasel.
careful.
It's a weasel. It's actually a weasel. Holy shit! It is! Oh my god, what?
Final warning!
Actually, I read the tutorial on how to deal with it, so should be no problem.
Form first! On my mark! By me! Heads up! Yeah! Charge! Yeah!
Holy shit! Demolished.
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire!
Okay. That's a lot, and yeah, fighting without any buttons with Varesa is really, really tough. Because you can't see what you're doing. Whew.
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions.
Hmm. Yeah, so, oh my god, what the hell is with that weasel? It's a giant weasel with dragon technology. Like, what the heck? I did not think that was a weasel. I thought it was like a fox.
My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one.
Insane.
This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time.
Nice fighting back there, by the way.
Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So, I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna, the one I mentioned before.
Yeah.
Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask. So I decided to make one just like hers.
So cute. There's like it doesn't even. It's like a crown even. That's such a cute mask.
So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be brave.
That's really amazing. To see how she herself inspires herself.
At the same time, though, I guess it's kind of like a crutch. Kind of like I'm hiding behind her strength.
But there's nothing wrong with that. There's always people we like try to rely on or look up to. It kind of reminds me of the situation with Nahida and Rukadavara. I mean, Nahida always felt like she was in the shadow of Rukadavara.
Oh, you really think so?
But it helps you, right? It's nothing to feel ashamed about.
Really? It's just... I feel like... I need to take it off one day and face things alone.
Maybe someday. But just feel things out. Whenever you feel like it.
But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels. I don't know if I have it in me.
But you were the one who decided to investigate this case, not your mask.
Yeah, you had the courage to make that decision. And that's what adventuring is all about. Fighting is just a small part of it.
Oh.
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job. Just take your time. It's not a race.
Thanks for believing in me, you two. I've learned so much.
Always welcome.
And I won't give up. Not until I can face things on my own.
Hell yeah.
After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
Well, let's have another competition, and I'm sure we will after we finish with whatever this is all about.
Hungry already? Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for sure.
I wonder if we should have, like, cooked the mushroom right here while, you know, the iron is hot. I love the location of the volcano so much. It's so pretty. And it feels so really different from the rest of Nadlan. That guitar gets me every time.
We found a bunch of stuff to use.
Especially like in this case where the guitar starts and Varesa just falls down with her ass.
Great! We're almost done with the preparations on our side, too.
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
That's such a nice stove. My god.
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
That guy sounds crazy. Bro's insane. That voice acting was so random. But yeah, I was talking about liquid phlogiston. So, nice going. It's like we're gearing up for a fight, not cooking with a few mushrooms.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Varesa and our guest of honor.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time. Thanks for the help, everyone. It really means a lot.
Okay. Let's get this going.
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a furnace shell mountain weasel? Don't tell me you went into the volcano.
Not into, but close.
No, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then, well, anyway, we got this in the end.
Either way, this is something special. Back when I was training to be a chef, I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other.
That sounds delicious.
Anyway, let's get started. The mushrooms are all ready to go.
All right, let's go.
Shockedly. That's such a nice transition.
Whoa, the fragrance is so much more intense. And what's with this weird mist?
That's the stench.
Wait, no, something's not right.
The more intense the fragrance, right? Oh my god! We're tripping balls! Oh hell yeah. Oh my god, you hear this music?
Where are we? Where did everyone go?
That sounds so good. Oh my god. It started like with the mist of a fairy tale. Something out of like Imagineering theater. And now it's Sumeru vibes, the flute. Oh my god, that sounds so good.
I have no idea. We just showed up here. I can't see the others anymore.
Huh? Is something wrong?
Are they still in the real world?
That's a cuddle. Chief, we don't know where we are.
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us?
So you didn't feel anything strange? Yeah, we're just tripping balls.
No. What are you feeling?
This must be the Sage Lord's trick, but it's only affecting the three of us. But why us and not the others? I mean, why would you ask this question? He literally answered it first thing. He is interested in us, and because we are together, he also extended invitation to the other two.
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Did he just read our mind? Oh my god, look at that design. Ooh. Oh my god.
Of a mushroom, so this is what you look like.
He looks majestic. He looks even more like the mushroom in the chasm. Oh, I always forget his name. Also, I love that line delivery. Evil jerk of a mushroom!
He does look a bit more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance.
Really
So,
now?
as promised, you shall have the answers you seek.
Why, thank you. You're so kind.
Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great Sage Lord of Fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
Well, your subjects are mushrooms. We're not mushrooms.
Ha! The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter.
That was actually such a nice comeback, Paimon. you're... That's bars. I'm so impressed.
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles.
That is true.
Cherish this opportunity. It may not come again. As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place. The gods
Yeah.
wage war against one another. Monsters roam the land. Humans live in squalor.
This mushrooms knows a lot. So let's see.
But then, humanity discovered me and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
Huh? Through hallucinations or what?
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this.
What the heck?
Those monsters are no match for me!
Huh?
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord of Fungi.
Interesting.
You really expect us to believe that? Besides, as far as enemies go, a few puny fungi aren't that fearsome.
Such arrogance! Take that back and apologize before I lose my temper.
You wish!
Damn, the rivalry with Paimon is crazy.
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat, anyway.
I always love when Paimon gets like competitive with someone like that. Always tries to prove herself, and she just I just love the voice acting so much.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength? Very well. Then prove it!
Okay. That we will. That we will. Okay, first of all,
Justice will prevail!
get down.
Stop right there!
Okay, that was unnecessary.
Quick as a flash!
Why me? Yeah! Look out below! Hero incoming!
I can. That's so annoying. That's fine. That's fine. I can do it without UI.
Well fought! You see? You ate a fair amount of my clones, and now look what you can do. Huh. My eye for subjects is as discerning as ever.
He's so delulu.
Huh. Weren't we insignificant mortals just a second ago? Weird.
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless, but my miracles are even greater than you can imagine.
No, don't just... another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? It's gotta be a mushroom thing at this point.
Not really, it's this guy's thing because, well, the other mushrooms were also like his.
Well, what should we do? Follow him?
Yeah, let's go. I think he's trying to tell us a story, although I'm not sure if I like the plot.
Yeah, it has some interesting meaning behind it, from what we can tell so far. The people getting high. Man. I love the vibes. Oh my god. So that's his statue. Yeah, that's him.
I soon became humanity's faith, and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them an endless source of sustenance.
Interesting.
Well, food is a scarce resource. A faith that provides for the needs of the flesh is the most practical and noble of all.
Okay, this sounds more and more like a cult.
And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms in proportion to their contribution. The most exceptional among them could receive as many as 20 mushrooms a day.
Got it. So you're a communist.
That's it?
What are you insinuating? Are mushrooms not enough?
Well, it's possible people couldn't afford to be picky back then.
Yeah, but now even Saurians have more options than that.
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars of faith. So what do you think? A pretty enticing offer, wouldn't you agree?
I'm not really into mushrooms that much.
Once you become my subjects, all you have to do is build a civilization dedicated to the mushrooms. And then...
I mean, it does sound enticing. I would build you like a little house, you know, for you guys to live in. That sounds cool. Hold on, I want to know what happened next.
What do you mean, what happened next?
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? Or even your own nation? But I've read a lot of woven scrolls about the heroes of Natlan. And I've never come across anything about some kind of mushroom savior.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history, too.
We've been to Sumeru.
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from.
Because fungi are creatures from Sumeru. The buildings from your vision support that too.
A trivial detail. You know what? You don't deserve to know what happened next.
Then you don't deserve our faith either.
Yeah, if you want us to respect you, stop being so secretive.
True. If we don't know how the story ends, it doesn't hold much weight now, does it?
All right, fine. Same rules as before. If you want the truth, you'll have to use your wits to earn it.
Okay.
If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting another detail out of me.
He ran off. Come on, after him.
She sounds so done.
Uh-huh. Right.
I was just following a giant mushroom. Ooh, a well. Damn!
He jumped down from here. So it looks like we just need to...
Hold on.
Is something wrong, Traveler?
There's something off about this motive. There's something off about his motive.
Off? How?
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about.
That's one thing. And the other thing, he is looking for new servants to build him his civilization, which means he doesn't have the old ones anymore, so who knows what happened to him.
Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? Seems like he's avoiding that subject too. And through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us. Even though he's in for a rude awakening.
Damn.
Yeah, he seemed pretty annoyed with our questions. Why not just kick us to the curb?
He must be in dire need of subjects. Yeah, and he's practically in denial. And it has to be the three of us.
But why?
Let's go after him and keep an eye out for clues along the way.
All right, sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Okay. Man, this place. Sit. This feels like Tainari's place. Man. Dude, these mushrooms are huge, bro. Insane. What? That was so weird. Okay. Oh my god. It's the platformer.
Catch me if you can! If you can figure out which way to go, of course.
Absolutely insufferable. Come on, let's find him.
Hurry up, Varesa! Leave this to me. I'll clear a path for you.
Thank you, Varesa.
I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path. We just need to wait for the right timing.
Yeah, that wasn't the right timing. I was like, what do you mean by timing? Huh. These mushrooms are so cool, though.
Running late again. Get a load of this.
Watch out, Varesa!
Don't worry about me. I've got
Very good.
this.
Oh my god, running on water. Damn! So many mushrooms. My god, that looks so good. Are you kidding me? Look at that, the particles. The sky, the clouds. My god! Look at that!
A dead end?
Jump up. Let it give us a ride.
What? My god. It's so weird. But it's so cool.
All right, this should be good. Get ready and jump!
Good thing there was a wind current. Okay. That's so cool, bro. Uh-oh.
Backed into a corner, huh?
Look at that scenery, bro. Amazing. Oh, look at us standing. Look at us standing.
We've got you this time!
Get his ass. Oh my god. Yeah, he's a giant. Damn.
That hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
Damn.
How did we lose him?
Not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
Oh?
A ball of mist.
Spore.
Oh no, it's spreading.
Oh god. Is he kicking us out?
Gonna eat us.
Oh.
Gonna eat us. Eat us.
Ungrateful humans.
The hell?
At this rate, I won't have any clones left.
Oh, they were eating and eating because it wasn't enough.
The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have. Oh, the situation grows dire.
And that, that's the scholar of Sumeru.
Why must the humans eat so much?
So he couldn't provide.
My power is all but spent, but it was still enough to control a single human at least.
He's controlling him.
Now all of Sumeru knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are. So if I want to grow, I must relocate.
So he was controlling a scholar from Sumeru to tell people of Natlan to eat, and they they just listened without questioning. Nice.
And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable environmental conditions. You! Take me somewhere hot. The hotter the better.
Hot.
Yes, my lord.
Is this the place, human?
That looks so weird.
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this fertile land.
That actually sounds so cool if there was like a you know, that civilization, low-key. where people were worshipping a mushroom.
Yes, proceed. Huh? An earthquake?
Eruption.
No! A volcanic eruption!
So that's how it ended. No wonder you tried to hide it from us. It's pretty embarrassing.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it as their main source of food.
Well, wasn't good enough.
Yeah, but it looks like his following got too big and he couldn't keep up with the demand.
Huh. He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment tactic. But then the situation got out of control.
He bit off more than he could chew. And it seems like his power is proportional to the number of clones he has.
Which means the more mushrooms the humans ate, the less powerful he became, right?
That's interesting. Because he ultimately wanted people to eat him to establish a connection.
Wow. So his following didn't last long.
Nope, which explains why there aren't any records about some kind of mushroom civilization. In the end, he mind-controlled a human to bring him to Natlan and then got buried under a pile of volcanic rocks.
Yeah, for who knows how long.
Yeah. Can we even fight him?
When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Yeah.
Well, he has been living under a rock, so
Literally.
that checks out. But clearing out this area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his power.
Yeah, that sounds right. My parents always thought it was so weird that mushrooms kept popping up around the orchard no matter what we did. Now it makes sense.
It was literally underground.
Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom has mind control powers or something? That's a recipe for disaster.
Sure does.
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. It just doesn't make sense. They must have been mind-controlled.
Yeah.
But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be able to control us either.
I understand now. Well, it has to be us.
Oh? Why?
I'll explain on the way. I need to catch him to confirm my theory.
All right. Then let's find this mushroom.
Oh my god, we're still here? In that perspective? Oh, okay. Down. Oh my god, Varesa, chill. That's so funny. Okay, why would it be us specifically?
Oh, the environment changed again.
Oh my god.
Nothing can faze Paimon at this point.
Let's
That's
keep
the cave.
looking. He can't hide forever.
That's his cave. So, why would it be us? Me specifically? Because he doesn't have enough power to control a lot of people, maybe he thinks like, okay, I can control like one or two, maybe. So I need someone who can actually like make a difference, you know? He's like, oh, this one seems pretty tough, you know? This one's like someone who's not from this world, maybe even. I don't know if he knows that, but...
Running late again.
That was sick! That was sick! Oh, I see what we have to do. I see. We have to destroy the statue. Okay. Well.
Time to roll.
Damn.
Gotta steer clear of other people.
That didn't work.
Time to roll.
Okay, that doesn't work. Damn. No, that's what I wanted.
Faster, stronger. Start the clock.
Pow! Headbutt. I love how she fights with her horns.
So you made it this far. Impressive. In that case...
I see.
He hid himself in the statue.
Yeah, there we go.
What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just gonna smash it, right? Cool.
Varesa. It fell on her. Okay, what else? What's next?
Look out below!
I got it.
Yeah! Look out below!
Got it.
It's justice o'clock! Headbutt! It's justice o'clock!
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be very damaged by it, to be honest.
Hands where I can see them! Quick as a flash! On my mark! Why me? Yeah! Charge! Headbutt! You ought to stand down!
Bow.
Charge!
Poor Varesa getting crushed by rocks.
We've got you this time, nasty mushroom. We know all your schemes.
Maybe try hiding them a bit better next time.
We thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good. But now we know how dangerous you are, so we have to stop you.
I kind of feel bad for him.
It would seem you're not completely devoid of intelligence. Fitting for my future subjects. Still, you're overlooking a very important detail. Did you think I was running away because I was scared? Oh, this is a world of my creation. My will rules supreme.
Okay.
My schemes have been exposed, you say. No matter. My goal has already been achieved.
Oh, is he like controlling our bodies?
What?
In the real world?
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fungi, in the human tongue, I am known by another name.
Okay.
You now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this endless carnage!
So you're a god. Bifrons.
Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans! Have you forgotten your savior during this time of war? I am the god who's protecting countless of your kind during this Archon war.
Archon War. Interesting. Do elaborate.
You have no food in which to satiate your hunger, no means with which to counter the hordes of monsters.
I see.
And the gods loom overhead, capable of reducing you to ashes with a simple snap of their fingers.
Now it makes more sense. The people were really desperate back at that time. They were just trying to survive. The gods fighting each other. And so this mushroom like provided shelter probably and food. Stable source of food.
Just one word, and you could have had my protection. But now, that opportunity is lost forever, and you only have your own stupidity and arrogance to blame.
Buddy, the Archon War has ended 500 years ago, I'm sorry to say. You've been living under a rock, literally.
No matter. My plan has already succeeded. What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist, but spores, set to sprout into green mushrooms very soon. And that's where their true power lies. Because, given a bit of time to grow, green mushrooms will multiply exponentially. You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones. Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat.
Okay, so maybe that guy wasn't the scholar they were talking about.
And you delivered one to me on a silver platter. That was my plan all along.
So he's not controlling us. Okay.
So, you kept running away from us because you needed to buy time?
Precisely. Before long, the green mushrooms will multiply at an unstoppable rate, allowing me to return to the peak of my power.
Having more clones.
Then, I shall reclaim my dignity and status as a god, achieve victory in the Archon War, and take revenge on Sumeru!
Yeah, buddy, you're a bit late.
You have no concept of time, do you? Newsflash, the Archon War is old news, buddy.
Damn, Paimon.
Nonsense! Is that not the source of your suffering?
Nope.
All I hear in this land is war this and war that! If you fear the Archon War, all the more reason to cower behind the protection of a god!
That makes so much sense. Holy crap, I love how they tied that. That a creature from 500 years ago hears this talk about war and thinks about the war that was happening back there. Back then. But it's a completely different war. Love that.
Pretty sure they're talking about the war against the Abyss.
Huh?
The Archon War? I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but only from Outlanders.
Could you tell us something about it? I would love to hear your stories.
Ha! I see what's going on here. You're using lies and trickery to befuddle me.
Dude, do you know how long you've spent in that cave?
You know, my original plan was to imprison you here until the end of time. But now, I have a better idea. Once nothing is left of this land but an endless field of mushrooms, I'll set you free. You get the honor of witnessing that despair in person. Now, I was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to pledge yourselves to me and take on the burden of managing my kingdom.
Yeah, this dude doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that Collective of Plenty are extreme eaters. And those mushrooms will be destroyed in a matter of minutes.
But now, the deal is off.
It was an empty deal from the start. Yes.
What did you say?
We weren't chosen because you saw something in us. We were your only option.
The Traveler explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Ah.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected.
And what about me? And what about everyone else in the Collective of Plenty? And I happen to have a special constitution, I see. Which made it easy to hear your voice.
Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of mushrooms to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito.
Damn. I wonder if it I don't think it's because of the Paimon's size. I feel like Paimon also has her own constitution. Because the Abyss also doesn't really affect her, if we remember.
So you latched onto us as a group of people who can actually hear your voice. In other words...
You're too weak.
You said your mushrooms need time to grow. Which means you don't have enough power to keep us here.
I may not have my former strength, but keeping a few humans right where I want them is a small task. Unless you think you can take on a creature as vicious and powerful as the Jade Plume Terrashroom.
Yeah.
Because you definitely can't. Right?
The hesitation in the voice. Forget about him.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if he was telling the truth, we need to get back to the tribe as soon as possible.
And start eating mushrooms. Bye.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly be that powerful! And what's this about a war against the Abyss? Hey, I want answers!
I really do feel bad about this guy. I feel bad for him. Like, it's not like he did something wrong, right? During the Archon War, he was protecting the humans. He was doing good, actively. Even though he was quite arrogant, but still. He wanted his own civilization, but... again, there were so many people that needed protection, he couldn't provide that. And so when he was left with no power, he just sought a means to survive himself. He was scared to die. And so he's been living here under a rock, not knowing anything, and still thinking that the war is not over. And thinking, being arrogant, that people need his protection, that they need him. That's just a fucked up mindset. But, well, he is a god, you know, so it's not unexpected for him to think that way. And you just see here how desperate he gets. Because he needs to keep up that appearance, right? He wants to keep up that appearance of being a god, this powerful creature that provides, that protects, that lost all its power and now is just clinging on to that facade. Because, well, that's the only thing he knew. Practically.
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
I really do wish that we get to have a conversation with him after this. Because he's not a bad guy. He's not. He just needs to, you know, get a reality check. Oh my god, a cutscene already!
What should we do?
Worried?
Time to eat!
Don't be. It's just a few mushrooms. Atoli!
Atoli!
Get ready to feast!
Hell yeah. The look. You can do it, Varesa. It's your time to be a hero. Oh my god, it's a feast. There's such an expression. Oh my god, bro's cooking! Bro's... The Salt Bay. The Salt Bay reference. Oh my god, her expression. That's so good. Oh my god. It looks delicious. It's your time to shine, Varesa. So funny. That looks so good. You can save everyone by doing what you do best. They did so good.
More, please.
Oh my god. Fatui! Everyone's feasting. But hey, you're eating a lot of mushrooms. Maybe we will be able to talk to him.
Stop this at once!
Oh my god.
Huh?
He's so cute. No! No!
What a great meal. Thanks, everyone. I feel like a whole new me.
That was a really well directed cutscene. The direction was so good. The use of the panels, like, really love that.
And with that, we took care of all the green mushrooms.
No, just like I thought. Still, we ate a lot of those mushrooms, so maybe we still have a chance to hear his voice and have a conversation. If he didn't get eaten by a little saurian.
Now, care to tell me what happened earlier? It was lights out for all three of you.
Damn. You told the chief everything that happened.
Someone planted a god in Varesa's orchard, and she's been eating it ever since.
Crazy, I know.
Yeah, we know not every god that's still around is super strong, but this one reached a whole new low.
Damn. The disrespect, bro. Put some respect on my guy's name. He was protecting humans at some point. He doesn't deserve the slander. She's just petty. I can't imagine the bar getting any lower than that. And that's why it's so sad. Like, he's so pathetic. Oh.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of Archon war.
And that's what's sad. Man.
Ah, well, Natlan was never part of the Archon War, so it rarely comes up around these parts.
Wow,
it
that's
makes
so
sense
interesting.
that you don't know much about it, Varesa.
That's such a good point. I never thought of that. The Archon Hood. Oh. I completely just didn't think about that. The Archon War was to establish the Seven. Who would take the throne? Which god would ascend to Archonhood? But in Natlan, the Archon was a human. Because they defeated Xiaoquatl. Xbalanque killed the Xiaoquatl and became the Pyro Archon. Because he practically took... Wait, actually, I'm not sure. I don't know if... That did happen like 500 years ago, right? Or even earlier than that. I'm not sure if Xbalanque like took the authority from the sovereign himself, or how that happened. Okay, that's a whole new subject of how the Pyro Archon came to be. How Xbalanque ascended to Archonhood. I can't believe I never thought of that. I mean, I did, but I didn't like think too deep about it. But now, having the context of the Archon War and not that Natlan was never participating in the Archon War. Were there even any gods in Natlan? Ever? Because we know that aside from Archons, there were multiple different gods in other nations. Leo being the best example with Asile and stuff like that. Natlan was just chilling and, well, fighting off the Abyss, I guess. While the Archons were fighting in other nations. That's so crazy. So, how? That just raises so many questions. Why are there no gods in Natlan? Only humans. Fascinating.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
It feels like such a lore bomb, but it also isn't. It's like a confirmation, but we would have been able to guess it from all the things we know so far.
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So, there was no room for the gods to join in.
The infighting between the dragons. So that's like Archon era, right? Archon, Moshak-Lahun, Xbalanque, Xiaoquatl. But again, there's like humans and dragons. There were no gods involved. Makes sense.
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
It's not like he used that fact to manipulate people. Like, yeah, well, okay. He did want them to worship him. But he genuinely thought that people needed his protection. And that's what's sad about it. He wasn't doing it ultimately fully out of his own selfish desires.
Little did he know, our lives are much better now than in the Age of the Dragons.
The Age of the Dragons.
So what do we do now? It can't be easy to slay a god.
We can befriend him.
I guess it's back to business as usual. As long as we keep picking the green mushrooms, that god is just a tasty mushroom at the end of the day.
So, who is the scholar that knew about this mushroom?
Actually, Traveler? Can I borrow you for a minute?
Sure thing. Please tell me that we actually get to have a conversation with him, like, somewhat.
Alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super important. I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You're very welcome, you sweetheart.
Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushrooms and helped me resolve a threat to my tribe. And maybe this sounds weird considering everything, but it was a really awesome adventure. I had fun.
Me too. I'm really glad you did. And I hope it'll help you gain some courage. It's an adventure I'll remember for a long time. Look at Paimon, chatting with a luchador.
Oh, why's that?
You got the chance to shine as a hero. And it was all you. Through and through.
You're right. I never thought my appetite would save the day. It's pretty surreal. But it's like you said. All it takes is a little patience and perseverance, and my time will come.
And remember, your strength is not only in your appetite. You can accomplish much more than just that.
If I start to doubt myself in the future, all I need to do is think of this experience and everything I've learned along the way.
Yeah, you've got this.
Hey, you two!
Paimon, we have a moment.
Akata was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru warned the tribe about the mushrooms, someone there must know about the mushroom god.
Yes?
Should we go check it out? Couldn't hurt to get more information.
Are you saying that we should go to Sumeru?
Oh, good point. But if we're heading to the academia, I need to get permission from Uncle Akatl first.
That's a long way. And like, you've never been outside of Natlan. And it's like, yeah, if I want to go abroad, I just need permission. Like, isn't this exciting?
Right. And it's not a quick trip. We have to cross the whole desert.
Why don't we just ask the Adventurers Guild? Who knows, maybe there's a Sumeru scholar in Natlan right now.
Good idea. Let's check it out.
Watch it, Tainari be in Natlan. Bow. Teleport. Bam 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 boom. Catherine! After hearing your story, Catherine heads to the speaker's chamber to check.
Oh, Catherine's back! And
No!
isn't that Tainari?
I just broke. I should have known. Whenever mushrooms are concerned, he's always here. He's always there. He can't get enough of mushrooms. How do I move on from this?
Word from the speaker's chamber was that an Omerta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area. So they helped me to get in touch.
Hello, Omerta scholar. Tanari also. It's been a while, you two. So, you're the ones looking for You're the ones looking into the Sage Lord of You're the ones looking into the Sage Lord of Fungi. So you know about him, huh?
Yep, you're an expert, so you must know all about him, right?
Of course. To those in the Amurta Archon, his case is a well-known part of ecological history. His power is tied to his number of clones, so at one point, he possessed a truly fearsome form. But, as his clones diminished in number, he got smaller and smaller, until he couldn't hold on to physical form at all. And so, he became impossible to track. Scholars could only keep tabs on him by monitoring what remains of his clones. Now, I'm learning his true form fled to Natlan.
Yeah, the mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago.
Well, from what I've heard, he has very few clones right now, so there's nothing to worry about. Feel free to use the mushrooms as you see fit. They really are delicious. Of course, in the interest of research, I would prefer to send a few scholars from my darshan to monitor this situation every so often. What do you say? I wanted to get your permission before submitting a formal request to the Speaker's Chamber.
Of course, you're welcome anytime. That's a huge help, actually.
Tenari always being so considerate.
I wanted to ask, though, you said what remains of his clones? Does that mean there are clones outside of Natlan? Even now?
Oh, yes. There's a What? No! Are you serious? We're getting an origin of that guy? That's his clone? Oh my god. That makes so much sense. There's one. There's a huge one beneath the chasm.
Samaran?
Samaran. Samaran.
You know that name?
Good memory, Paimon.
Yeah, Paimon calls it Sheesh Room. It's absolutely huge! Way more impressive than the puny Sage Lord.
Not the sheesh room. They brought it back. Oh my god. It took a long time for Samaran to grow into this form. Luckily, Samaran isn't a green cap mushroom, so there's no danger to us. And I believe its mind has been separated from the mushroom god for a very long time. I doubt there's a connection between them anymore.
We should go see Samaran one of these days.
Definitely now.
Ooh, I'll come.
Really?
It'll be nice to interact with a friendly mushroom for once.
Friendly is right. So, this one is definitely not for This one is definitely not for eating.
I would never.
It is a giant one. Field fungal traces. My god, that's so cool. They tied it back to chasm. That's insane. Okay. Hold on. Now. Pilgrim's Chronicle. Varesa's there now. You're right, I never thought my appetite would save the day. There's still so much space above. In the top right corner. Interesting. Pilgrim's Chronicle. Oh, my cake! Use. There it is. Every week, the recommended dishes get updated. Every month, the moon sends down new blessings. But wow, it's going to be almost 1,000 more hours before we can celebrate this day again. Just like leisurely otters are always accompanied by their seashells, Paimon will always be by your side. W. Man, that was
There's
great.
a lot that goes into managing an orchard. Watering, weeding.
Okay, so before we do, the chasm. We have to, right? Guys, you're still here? Woo! Okay, this is gonna be fun.
Heads up!
Heads up!
Ooh,
Whoa!
look out below!
Woo! Bonk!
Whoop.
I wonder if she takes damage at all. She should, right?
Heads up!
Here we are. There you are. Cheers, room. He's so pretty, bro. He's even prettier than I remember. I do wonder what the Sage Lord mushroom looked like back in the day, during the times of the Archon War. At the very least, he's still alive. At the very least. Hey there, big guy. Samaran. This is Samaran. Oh my god! It's actually here. About the Sage Lord of Fungi. You speak a name shrouded in mists of the past, wise one. It was our progenitor, abounding in might, yet more bereft of wisdom than even the four-legged. Damn. Bro. Bro got cooked by his own clone. Insane. In your two-legged speech, Samaran would call it, my foolish father.
Well, at least that's ratings easy to understand.
We have had no business with one another for many long years. Indeed, I have almost forgotten this name, and cannot tell any further interesting tales concerning it. Your visit, however, sparks such interest. You always flatter me, Samaran. Well then, how does it fare? Worse than you, for sure. And that is well. What? Worse than you, for sure. And that is well. Huh? Maybe she meant better than you. I don't know. Samaran, you're gorgeous, beautiful. Man, it's nice to come back. Oh. I don't think there's anything I forgot to do, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And it has been a fun ride. It has been. And I'll see you all in the next one with the new event, where we get introduced finally to Aoife. And once the event is done, we are finally going to start the finale of the World Quest, which I'm so freaking excited about. I'll see you really soon. Toodles.